A lot of you guys have been asking to make a video on my portfolio, and I think it's about time that I show you guys my portfolio. So a quick overview, I have over $150,000 invested in the stock market, and I've gained $50,000 over time. I'm still consistently adding to this portfolio, so we'll see how much it gains in the next few months. I'm going to go over my investment strategies and my 11 investments that have gotten my portfolio to what it is right now. Now, before I get into that, please subscribe, like, and comment. It really helps out with the channel and it keeps it going. So my first investment in this portfolio is Chipotle Mexican Grill. Chipotle is honestly one of my favorite restaurants to go to. I've recently seen lots of people enter Chipotle's. The increase in popularity is definitely a good sign. Now, everything was going well for this business. They had good growth, good customer base, good food, good valuation. It's basic stuff like these that you always have to look for in a business. It was all lining up. At that point, I decided to buy in. I did buy in twice. You can see there's 2 lots there. Ever since then, it's been going great. The next stock on this list is Visa. So this makes up around $8,000 in my portfolio. Not really too big of a position because ever since I've bought into Visa, I've never had to buy in again. It just keeps going up. It's a great company, solid business. Again, the check marks of growth, valuation, all the technicals, stuff like that, they all lined up when I bought in. Right now, clearly Visa is extremely high up, but nonetheless, it's still great stock. A position I'm going to keep holding unless if something major happens. So with that being said, the next stock on this list is United Healthcare. Amidst the Medicare for All stuff going on with Bernie Sanders, Kamala Harris, Elizabeth Warren, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, basically a lot of people were advertising Medicare for All as a helpful tool to increase their chances of winning the political run. But what I did was I purchased a dip on United Healthcare, which you guys don't know. United Healthcare provides healthcare insurance. So basically, they would be devastated if Medicare for All came into place. But this is not going to be a long-term position. There's a high chance that I'm going to sell my shares before the election takes place. It was more of a valuation play, and it's played out very well since then. The next stock on this list is one of my biggest positions, which is AMD. As you can see, I've bought in 4 different times and I'm up over 190% on my position. I bought these shares at an average price of $11.41. I'm still going to hold these shares for the long term. AMD is pretty overvalued at this moment, but their 7nm chips are looking very good in the future as they continue to chip away from the market share of Nvidia. So this is more of a long-term growth play with AMD. I'm going to continue holding my shares, and if the stock goes lower, then maybe I will buy some more. The 5th stock on this list has got to be Apple. Apple is definitely a solid business. A lot of people have Apple phones as their iOS platform is very simplistic, which makes it arguably the best phone creator in the industry. To top it off, their Mac Pro laptops, Apple Watches, all their services, they're all doing very well. There's a big reason why Berkshire Hathaway is mainly Apple shares. It's because this company has very solid growth and fundamentals. Definitely not a company that will go away overnight. It's a business that's very easy to understand because you just look around and you see all these AirPods, iPhones, all that stuff, and you already know where it's coming from. Now, the next stock on this list, you guys might not know about. This stock is Baozun. Baozun is a company that markets foreign companies in China, basically help them get their products into stores. For example, some partners of Baozun are the NBA, Nike, Microsoft, and Huawei. You see all these foreign companies in China. You see NBA jackets, NBA jersey in China. You know who got them in the store, and that must be Baozun. I picked up these Baozun shares in December 2018. It's been going very well, but it's also been a bumpy road because of all the tariff situations going on with the US and China. Baozun is definitely a growth company. The revenue is growing extremely fast, so more of a growth play there. Now the next stock is Lululemon. Lululemon is a company that sells premium yoga pants along with everyday clothing, bags, water bottles, hats, and accessories like that, but They are most famous for their yoga clothing. They have lots of potential internationally and also getting into men's yoga. Definitely a great company and pretty good prospects going for Lululemon. Now the next stock is more of a recent purchase. This stock is AbbVie. AbbVie had a very disappointing earnings report, and I took advantage of the opportunity and bought in some shares. I could see myself buying some more shares, but until then, I won't be worrying about it. AbbVie creates many pharmaceutical drugs, with the most popular drug that AbbVie created being Humira. There are some issues going on with Humira's patent, but AbbVie still has many promising drugs coming up in the future that will provide lots of growth for the company. To top it off, their dividend yield of 6.4% is beyond irresistible. Speaking of dividend stocks, the next stock on this list is AT&T, another 6% dividend yield stock. AT&T has huge potential in the 5G sector in the future. They are competing very heavily with Verizon. 5G is truly going to be a huge market, and AT&T is at a point where they will likely have a huge portion of that market share. To top it off, their highest revenue sector, business services, is definitely not going anywhere. It's a sector that will stay here for many years. One negative about AT&T is their debt, as they have lots of debt, but the CEO of AT&T is really working on taking down the debt, which he has been doing through 2019. He plans to reach $150 billion worth of debt by the end of the year. The Time Warner acquisition by AT&T was also a very great move that has lots of potential for AT&T in the future. This investment was more of a value play, as I purchased these shares at around $27, and I won't be adding to this position unless I see some prices below $30 on AT&T shares. Last but not least in this stock portfolio is Tesla. Now Tesla is a very controversial stock, but I invested into Tesla for 3 major reasons. Their products are amazing. The sleek design of the car really gives a luxurious feel even if you're driving a Model 3, which explains the record deliveries they had for Q2. The second reason has got to be their value, as I purchased these shares at $180. At that time, Tesla was definitely at a really unreasonable price, with all these analysts saying negative things about Tesla. And to be honest, I really do have to thank them for helping me get such a low price on Tesla. The third reason why I bought Tesla was because of their growth. The revenue is growing extremely fast, and I believe that Tesla will have a huge portion of the EV market in the future. So that wraps it up for my 11 investments in my portfolio. I'm up $50,000 and 48% in total, and I am looking forward to getting some more gains. You can see that the strategy I used here was long-term investing. I went into positions that I ended up holding for a very long time. So with that in mind, always know what you are investing in. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe, like, and comment if you did, and I'll see you next time.